All right, car talk with Lady LeLe. This is take 2. I had some issues. I'm running late as always. Let's go ahead and get this started. So, want to say first, rest in peace to prodigy of Mobb Deep. He passed away last week from complications of sickle cell. So rest in peace to him, and prayers and thoughts and condolences go to his family. We all know that sickle cell is one disease that is prominent in African Americans. Another known celebrity that also suffer from sickle cell is T-Boz. So yes, our thoughts and prayers goes out to Prodigy family. Yeah. So moving on, it's also been reported that Nene Leakes has agreed to return to the Housewives of Atlanta series for season 10. Apparently, I believe, and I might be wrong, that she's gonna get she signed a contract for $2 million. I don't know if that's correct or not, but she is returning. I don't know the status of Kim Zolciak, if she will be returning or not, but we know Nene Leakes have signed on to come back on the Housewives of Atlanta for season 10. Also, it has been officially promoted and announced that Keisha Cole is joining the cast of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. We all know that Keisha Cole is not a stranger to reality TV because she started earlier in her career. She had the Keisha Cole's The Way It Is show, and then her show was the one that prompted Neffy and Frankie to get their own show, and I believe Neffy is trying to get back out there to get another show. So yeah, I'm sorry, let me see, Steve Harvey. I'm working with old stuff now. So Steve Harvey, so we all know that the Golden State Warriors won the NBA Finals. And Steve Harvey, of course, is from Cleveland, so he's a big Cleveland fan. So I guess there was a caller that called in and was saying that Cleveland didn't need the win, blah, 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 blah. And Steve Harvey somehow took offense to it. But he thought he was using comedy I thought he thought he was using, making a joke, but it was a joke that turned out funny. So the guy who was saying that Cleveland didn't need to win was from like the Flint, Michigan area. So Steve Harvey was commenting about, that's why your water contaminated and have a nice cold glass of brown water. Well, people took offense to that, and the mayor of Flint, Michigan, called Steve Harvey out on it. She actually wrote a letter telling Steve Harvey pretty much, how dare you had me on the show, to talk about this, and how would you use this in, a comical way. And yeah, it's like a lot of people took offense to that, and a lot of people saying that Steve Harvey has been rubbing them the wrong way, after the issue he had, that letter he had with his staff, and how, things happened, some changes was made on the show, people are really not happy with Steve Harvey right now. And of course he apologized, but that's still a sensitive subject, and I don't think it's funny, because I traveled to Flint, Michigan myself a year ago, April 2016. I traveled to Flint, Michigan myself. Thank you, let me in, thank you. I traveled to Flint, Michigan myself to see firsthand, what these people are going through, and I heard their testimonies and their stories, and yeah, they're right, this is not nothing to play with, I went to see it for myself, and these people, something simple as having clean water, and you're making fun of it. So, not put your signal on. These people is just driving reckless. So the BET Awards came on Sunday. It was okay, for what it was worth. I think the highlights of the BET Awards to me was seeing Escape come back. Everybody's talking about they didn't think Candy, they felt Candy was struggling, to sing. But I thought they did a good job, and it's a good look. And I think, Tiny is really needing this right now, despite of what she's going through, which everybody said they thinking that stage, because they think her and T.I. are somewhat still together. But it was nice to see them back on the stage together, because I really believe they had a lot more to give. I think they cut the career too soon. So that's what I was thinking. So shout out to them. Then I think another highlight was the New Edition. The New Edition tribute. It was nice for them to bring the cast of the biopic back to do the tribute. Made me want to watch the movie again. I might end up watching it. I'm on vacation next week. I might end up watching the movie again. But it was nice to see those characters. And then they got up there to Bobby Brown, we was talking about Bobby Brown lost a little weight. Looked like he lost a little weight, but he didn't sound all that good. Sometimes, them drugs could do damage on your voice and your performance. So, yeah, but I mean, it was good. A lot of people said they didn't think Bobby Brown sounded good. What was that? Leslie Jones, the comedian. She was the host. I mean, she tried to keep the show moving and try to keep it funny and stuff. So, yeah, I thought she did a pretty decent job. But she always yelling like Monique, and I don't know. But yeah, I thought she did a pretty decent job. I didn't think Trey Songz's performance was all that. I didn't care for. I mean, Chris Brown was okay, and yeah, I liked the DJ Khaled and their performance. I liked it that. Bruno Mars, I like anything Bruno Mars do. So, I mean, it was okay. I think I got to go back and rewatch, because, you miss some things. I was over my sorority sister's house. Her son was having a graduation party. Well, I had planned through my best friend a baby shower, so I kind of missed some parts, but that's what I caught. And, let's see what else is going on. Yeah, in other news, Kim and Kanye West, I guess they want a third child, which I don't think, do you really need another third child? Because I always feel like if you got a boy and you got a girl on your first go round, what else do you need? But hey, that's just my opinion. So apparently they want to have a third child, and I think Kim has some health complications that is going to prevent her from having another child. So they are seeking to do a surrogate, and they had all these restrictions and stipulations, which I guess you got to have it in place and make sure the woman is healthy and secure enough to have the baby. The NBA had their first annual NBA awards last night. I didn't get to see it. I went on YouTube and just caught some of the major highlights. It was hosted by Drake, which some people said they thought Drake did a decent job. Some people thought Drake was a joke. But I mean, Drake is Drake. What else could you do? Some of the people that won the highlights was they honored Bill Russell with like the Lifetime Achievement Awards, and that was really, I saw that segment. That was really nice and touching. Draymond Green of the Golden State Warriors, I think he won like the Defensive Award or something like that. And then the highlight of the evening was Russell Westbrook, who won the MVP. He did a touching, emotional acceptance speech. He was just saying how his family made all the sacrifices for him to, get to this point in life. He was saying how his dad would often work 2 jobs and get up at 4 in the morning. And despite of having gone to work and been up since 4 in the morning, he would still go and shoot around with him in the gym. He talked about the sacrifices his mother made. And I was really touched about how he talked about his brother. He said, his brother was the real MVP. He received his master's a few weeks ago, and he said how his brother would text him faithfully every game at halftime since he started playing in the NBA, and he continues to do so. So he said he just loved his younger brother. He admires him, and he just thank you for him, even though he's the oldest brother, he's finding motivation in his youngest brother. And then he ended up shouting out his wife. He was just saying he was in love with her the first day he met her, how she made you know, how she made sacrifices for him. And he said she gave him the best gift blessing of all. You know, they had a son. And it was just really touching. And his wife, I like his family. Because his family, you know how some people, family is like, I felt like they was real humble. And I really felt they was down to earth. Like his wife, like, she looks like us, y'all. She looks like just the average, you know, girl. You know, she had her box braids in. You know, she wasn't like all glammed up with this weave and looking, you know, so high maintenance. I felt like she was just one of us, y'all. I felt like the whole family was just us, like really down to earth and chill. And I think the guy from the Milwaukee Bucks got the Rookie of the Year, so congrats to him. But it's like, it's a nice thing. Some people don't agree with it. They rather have the awards come out during you know, close to the end of the season, like they normally do. But I guess the NBA wanted to do something different. And Drake is definitely saying they're gonna be back next year. They said Nicki Minaj performed. I got to go back and watch her performance. But yeah, it looks like it's a good thing. You know, maybe have more. You know, we have so many different musical awards. You know, we really don't have a ton of sports awards. We do have the ESPYs that take place in July, so that should be coming up next month. But we really don't have a lot of sports awards outside like the Hall of Fame stuff and All-Star games and all that stuff. We really don't have a ton of awards, so I guess it was a nice thing to do. So yeah, haves and have-nots came back. Power came back. For those of you watch it, you know, I kind of feel that they're gonna keep Ghost in jail for a little bit. It can't be that easy, not this time around. You know, Ghost has slithered his way out of a lot of things, but I said they not gonna let this fly this time. And then that damn Angela, she gonna make sure that they don't let some stuff fly. And then what else went on in Power? I think it was kind of crazy how they just got Tyreek back home and it's okay and everybody's calm. I'm like, no, Tommy is on to it. Tommy, I think Tasha's just at her wit's end right now with everything that's going on. Angela knows she done did a dirt move. So yeah, I think Angela feel like she done messed up now because she done got herself in a hole that she really don't want to be in, but it is what it is. So Power is back. Yeah, they showed Charlie Murphy. So I think that was some of Charlie Murphy's. Charlie Murphy was in Power with this Power episode. So I guess he shot some episodes of Power, and you could tell in that he was sick. You know, he looked very slim. He looked sickly, and they were saying how on Power they didn't realize how sick he was, and maybe because he was just trying to, you know, stay strong, and he probably figured if he, you know, come back to work and stuff that he can, you know, fight it. You know, some people when they're sick, they just, you know, want to continue on with, you know, their normal ways of life and not let the sickness get them down. So I really believe that's what he was trying to do. But yeah, it was like sad seeing Charlie Murphy there, because I'm like, wow, rest in peace, because you all know he passed away months later. So yeah, shout out to Charlie Murphy and continue to rest in peace. So it's Tuesday, the Have and Have-Nots coming on. Good thing Queen Sugar is gonna be back on its original nights, which are Wednesday, so that's good, because it was stressful trying to watch both of them all in one night, because I be trying to watch stuff before everybody, you know, start doing their reviews and things, because, you know, it gives it away, so you want to have the anticipation. But that is it. That is all. Stay tuned for more videos. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's be open to the blessings and the opportunities that God has for us this week. We are in the last week of June, so we will be welcoming July on Saturday. So that's it. That's all. We'll be back next week for Housewives of Potomac. And yeah, some other videos I got to get myself doing. I got to just do them. Okay then. Peace.